The average American makes around $58,000 a year, which is not bad, but it's just a fraction of what Elon Musk makes per minute. Elon Musk makes almost $500,000 per minute, which is mind-blowing. Some people don't make that much money even in 10 years. The interesting part about it is that he's not alone. There are thousands of people across the globe who've gone from middle class to making more money than even royal families. Even kings and queens can't imagine how wealthy these people have become. While it seems impossible to go from middle class to making billions of dollars, it starts to make sense when you understand what sets of skills these people have developed. Unlike most people who primarily make money by trading their time and one or two skills, these people have built a set of skills that make them so productive that they keep achieving phenomenal success. That's why in this video, we'll explore 7 skills that will pay off forever. No matter how you plan to get rich, no matter what industry you're in, mastering these skills will get you ahead of 99% of the people and will increase your chances to get to the top. I have integrated these skills into my life, and you have no idea what a big impact they had on my life. So listen very carefully and take notes, because this might be some of the most valuable thing you might ever learn. If you're ready, give this video a thumbs up, and let's start with the first one. Consistency. The number one reason people fail is because they are not consistent. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. I can tell you with 100% certainty that as long as you're consistent, you will achieve some degree of success. In this world where we're constantly bombarded by endless notifications, we're constantly distracted. People don't understand that mastery takes time. Social media companies are constantly improving their algorithms to keep you on their platform. So every time we see someone going viral on the internet, we get hooked by the idea that this is where the next opportunity is. So we end up constantly chasing something, wasting our time, when in reality, all we have to do is that stick to one thing. When you stick to one thing, remember that you will have the compound effect on your side. The compound effect doesn't just work with interest, it literally works with anything else, like learning new things or practicing a skill. Let's say you want to become a great piano player. If you practice a little bit every day, even just for a few minutes, you will start getting better and better over time. Each small practice session adds up, and before you know it, you'll be playing a beautiful music. The key is to be consistent. Even though the changes may seem small at first, they add up over time. Just like drops of water can fill a bucket, the compound effect can help achieve big things by taking small, consistent action. The best way to learn to be consistent is to pick something and try to do it every single day. Set a goal, for example, to read a book for 15 minutes every single morning. Even if you're not a reader, I'm sure that you can push yourself to read for at least 15 minutes every single day. What that will do to your brain is that it is going to teach it to stick to something consistently, even if you're bored and want to switch to something else. Whenever you feel like you want to switch to something else, remember that it will become as boring as what you do now. So if you want to achieve something great, for example, instead of starting something new every single time, stick to what you are doing until you achieve mastery. Number 2, meditation. The main reason why most people are unproductive or waste their time and don't achieve the success they desire is because they get lost in their thoughts. They constantly think or worry about the past or the future. Let's say someone offends you and you spend the rest of the day thinking about it. Or how often do you worry about the future, about the things that might never happen? In fact, 99% of the things that you worry about in the future will never happen. To achieve maximum productivity, you need mental clarity. It doesn't matter how many productivity techniques you learn, or even Elon Musk himself is going to mentor you. Nothing will change unless you have mental clarity, where you can focus 100% on the present, on what you're doing now. And that's where meditation comes into the picture. Meditation is like the workout for your mind. It trains your ability to concentrate and focus. Number 3, self-learning. One of the best ways to get rich is to ride a wave to the top. Every couple of years there is a trend. A new technology comes out and it transforms the industry like a wave. It happens so fast that it takes time for the world to adapt to the new technology. But those who jump in quickly and ride the wave to the top get to the top faster. Mark Cuban, Jeff Bezos, Sergey Brin all rode the internet wave. Mark Zuckerberg, Evan Spiegel, Mike Krieger rode the social media wave. CZ and Winkelow's twins rode the crypto wave. We had the smartphone wave, the App Store wave, the YouTube wave. Now we are in the middle of the AI wave, the augmented reality wave. It's not difficult to spot these waves. What is truly difficult is to jump in early and master the field when there is no one to teach you. But to do that, you need to learn how to teach yourself quickly. Self-education is a skill and it's not easy to master. Most people stop learning once they get out of college. But if you master it, you will continuously stay ahead of everyone else and be able to take advantage out of every wave of technology that comes out and changes the world. Number 4, learn to stop complaining. Here's the main difference between the rich people and poor people's mentality. Here's how rich people view the world. Nothing that happens in this world is inherently good or bad, and nothing that happens to you is good or bad. Things just happen. To some of you, this might sound silly. Let's take an example of the pandemic. There were plenty of reasons to complain about it. It seemed like the end of the world. While poor people kept complaining about it, the top 10 richest people doubled their wealth over the same period. During the 2008 financial crisis, when the global economy was on the brink of collapse and people were blaming the global elites for crushing the world economy, rich people saw an opportunity. They jumped in and purchased cheap bank stocks and real estate. Those who didn't have money started businesses that could potentially solve the problems, like Robinhood or Bitcoin. In 2022, when the Fed raised the rates and the stock market took a hit, Bernard Arnault saw an opportunity to expand his global empire and rise to become the richest man in the world. So it's important to stop looking at things as inherently good or bad. Ryan Holiday has a great book called The Obstacle is the Way, which teaches you that whatever problems comes on your way just becomes your way. You can either stop and complain about it and it's not gonna change anything, or you can turn it into an advantage. Number 5, learn how to talk to people. Remember when you were a kid playing with your friends at the park? You had your own toys and games, but sometimes you would see friends playing with really cool toys that you did not have. When you talked to them and made friends, they would share their toys with you or teach you how to play their games. When you grow up, nothing really changes. When you know how to talk to people and make friends, they share with you how they managed to build their toys from scratch. And they might even offer you the opportunity to play with them. Getting to know people is no different than when you were a kid. The only thing that changed is the place where you meet. Instead of meeting at the park, for example, you meet in the business world. Instead of talking about your toys, you talk about the businesses you have built. If you haven't built any business yet, that's not a big deal. Just like when you didn't have toys, you could still play with the kids who had multiple toys, as long as you knew how to make friends. So, learn how to talk to people. Number 6, master your sleep. Your brain is like a computer in some ways. Just like a computer, your brain processes and stores information. When you learn new things or have new experiences throughout the day, your brain takes all of that information and stores it in your short-term memory. But here's where sleep comes into the picture. When you go to sleep at night, your brain doesn't just rest, it actually continues to work. During sleep, your brain goes through the process where it takes the information from your short-term memory and transfers it into long-term memory. Think of it as your brain organizes files and saving them in a special folder for later use. This process is essential because it helps you remember and recall things more easily in the future. It's like moving important files from the temporary folder to a permanent one, so you can find them whenever you need them. Getting enough sleep and having quality sleep helps ensure that this transfers from short-term to long-term memory happens. It's like giving your brain the time and the opportunity to organize and store information properly. So what do you think happens when you don't have enough sleep? Around 1,500 people die every single year because they were driving while feeling sleepy. Your brain is not capable of working properly without adequate sleep. Have you found yourself lying on your bed for hours unable to sleep? You're not alone. 50 to 70 million people in the US have ongoing sleep disorders. If you want to boost your full productivity, fix your sleep. I struggled with this problem for many years, so I can tell you from my experience how I solved this problem. And to be honest, it turned out to be pretty easy. I don't know your situation, but the solution that I will share with you will work for most of you. So, listen carefully. You can't fall asleep because your mind is busy processing what is keeping you worried. Even if you stop thinking about it, it might still be there somewhere in your subconscious mind. So you still won't fall asleep. You have to convince your brain that whatever happened in the past and whatever might happen in the future doesn't matter, so that your brain shifts its focus to something that doesn't worry you. I found a quick fix. I would put my headphones and turn on my favorite podcast or an audiobook that would divert my attention to something else. And I would fall asleep instantly, just like going to a boring lecture. So the problem wasn't that there was something wrong with me, I just couldn't control my thoughts. So I started training my mind to be able to control my thoughts better by doing a short meditation before going to sleep. I would sit on my bed, close my eyes, and focus on my breath. It's not easy at the beginning because my brain would concentrate to get distracted by something I remembered from the past or something that could worry me about the future. But if I could push myself not to think about anything and just focus on my breathing for at least 5 minutes, I would instantly fall asleep. Because my body is tired anyways, and it's important to go to sleep at night when your body processes melatonin, the hormone that is responsible for your sleep. And that takes us to the final skill of this video, which is breathing. I know that it doesn't sound revolutionary skills that will catapult you to building a Tesla competitor and compete with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, but research shows that around 80% of the people are breathing incorrectly. 8 out of 10 people watching this video are now breathing incorrectly. When you don't breathe properly, your body doesn't get enough oxygen. Oxygen is like a special ingredient that gives you energy. So if you're not breathing well, you feel tired and not have enough energy to stay focused. Your brain is like a boss of your body and it needs oxygen to work well. If your brain doesn't have enough oxygen, it can be hard to think clearly and make good decisions. If you're feeling tired and struggle to push yourself to be productive, it is most likely because you either did not have enough sleep or you're breathing incorrectly. If you're breathing through your mouth or chest, no wonder you're feeling tired and exhausted all the time. When we are born, we breathe through our belly because that is the correct way to breathe. Take a deep breath through your nose, then move it to the stomach as your diaphragm contracts. Your belly will expand. If you have been breathing through your mouth for years, it is difficult to make the shift overnight. You will go back to your bad habit of mouth breathing unconsciously. So you might need to practice proper breathing every day until it turns into a habit. That's it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.